All right. So let's go ahead and get started. Amber. Wanted to introduce myself. My first name is Tet. My last name is De Jour. But you can call me Mr. D. Sound pretty fair? Pretty easy. You don't have to remember all these weird pronunciations. I wanted to reach out to you and let you know that I'm putting together a course. Your dad and I spoke a little bit about where you're at and the types of ways that you're learning the piano. And I wanted to talk a little bit about how this course might help you a little bit more getting from that starting point of wanting to play music and getting to that end point a little bit easier and faster than the traditional way. I grew up playing the piano since I was 6 years old, and I learned the traditional way and absolutely couldn't stand it. I couldn't stand it at all. And once I moved into more of a keyboard realm, I had a lot easier time because I could use technology that we have today to help me play the piano versus the 1800s style technology of using an old school piano. Now, I want to get you excited about keyboards because I already know your dad said that you already have a full 88 keyboard and that you've been practicing for quite some time, that you're working on sight reading. I want you to know this course does not teach sight reading. Okay, and if that's your goal, is to sight read, to be a part of a sight reading group, then by all means you should go and find an avenue that fits that for you. But if you just want to play, and you want to play quick and you want to play fast and you want to be able to just sit down and play, that's something that I can do, and that's something that I can teach you how I do it. And the way that I use an example is I always ask each player, what's your favorite song? What do you want to learn? How do you want to learn it? And then I focus, instead of all this time on sight reading and notation and any of that, I focus on timing, right? To be able to hit the right key at the right time and creating a relationship between your hand, right, and the keyboard. Now, the patterns that I'm going to show you are not wild. They're typical patterns, right? That's, a typical chord that you would use. Now, what I want you to be able to do is go from just finding the patterns to finding the patterns that fit the song that you want. For example, I'll bring up a song that your dad said that you really want to play like, and it's this one right here. And I want you to listen to this. This is, I can read music and I can read notation, but I find it sort of tedious when I can do it my way. Let me show you what I mean. He said this is a song that you really like. And I recognize it almost immediately as a 6-4-1-5 progression. And that's almost the entire song except for a little part where it goes 4-1, I think it's 2-6, or 4-1-5-6. So I'm going to play along with this just to sort of watch so you can see what I mean. Now, I'm just playing the chords. And it does that over and over and over. All this guy is doing, Luvicio El Nadi, is nothing that spectacular. It's actually a very easy chord progression. And you can do whatever you want to. Like, even if you wanted to put it in different genres and you wanted to jazz it up or you wanted to add other things to it. On my particular keyboard, I added the strings, right? So it's like... And everyone has their own unique way of playing that. So if your goal with the piano is to play other people's music, like this is somebody else's music, and if that's what you want to do, is you want to copy it specifically, like directly, then I'm probably not going to be the right teacher for you. But if you want to look at something like what this guy did, like I did, I didn't know this song before last night when your father shared it with me. And I can play something almost exactly identical and work with teams of people, work with other people to generate new music. I don't want to play this song over and over and over and over and over again without ever putting my own twist on it, because I like creating music. I don't like just repeating other people's music. And so that's what this course is about. I'm going to teach you modern features of your keyboard, such as transpose features, so you don't get bogged down by something like this that is sitting here in an E flat style. Like playing an E flat, I mean, I can do it, but why play an E flat when I can play so much better and so much easier in other keys like C, G, F? And so I'm going to teach you how to transpose to play better. Right? To use modern technology to get the sound that's in your head out into the world. So your dad said that we would probably be meeting in the afternoons, either on a Friday or a Thursday. And I just want to let you know what a typical class might look like with me. You would come in, I would assess what you were doing. Like I would assess how you're holding your hands, like how you stretch your hand, how you move between chord progressions. And then we would work mostly on timing and how to identify particular pieces of music. So if there's a style of music that you like, we would study that. For example, if you wanted to take that same concept and see, it's basically deciding, hey, here's your chord progression, here's how a song is made, and that's what I would teach you. I was like, hey, do you want to create songs, or do you just want to study other people's songs? And by creating your own song from start to finish, you can learn how to identify what other people are doing in their music. And it's not specifically difficult. I only use sight reading for nuanced behavior that I can't figure out on my own. But my goal in teaching you would be to get you to that point where you could learn anything you want to without the sheet music. So if that interests you, by all means, go ahead and sit down with your dad and ask yourself, hey, do I want to be just a student of music, or do I want to be a player? Because that's what I do. I coach people on how to play the keyboard better, right? I'm not so much a piano teacher as I'm a keyboard coach. Right. So if that, like I said, if that interests you, then we should totally work together, and I can show you how to get from A to B a lot faster than the traditional way. Okay. So you have a great day, Amber, and I'll hopefully talk to you soon. Bye.